Hey all, Lord Dude here, and it's time to play Turtles in Time, the arcade game.
Let's kick shell!
This is April O'Neil reporting.
And this time a giant version of Krang's robot comes and
Bring that statue back, you bloated beanbag!
steals the Statue of Liberty. Already this game is a huge improvement over the first arcade game. I mean, you can see it in terms of graphics, but it's also in terms of your moveset. Like, I'm facing, holding the right direction, and, if there's an enemy behind you, the turtles will automatically turn around and start attacking. Well, as long as you're pressing the attack button, at least. That really helps you out when you're getting surrounded,
Pizza time!
especially. Big explosion. Looks really nice. Come on. The special attack in this one, just like the last, or the first Turtles arcade game. Oop. One downside, though, of the movement tech is that if you hold a direction, left or right, the turtle will start dashing after like about a second, half a second, something like that, and if you press the jump button while you're dashing, you do a flip instead of an actual jump. I tried to jump over Krang's beam and just did a front flip right into it. So it's not without its flaws, obviously.
Pizza time!
Terminate the turtle.
So here we have the first boss, Baxter Stockman in fly form. Much like the first arcade game and the NES game, the NES beat 'em up games, this game does not have health bars for the enemies. So all you have is them flashing red. It still sucks. Yes, NES version of this game has health bars, so that'll be nice to have. Yeah, Baxter's kind of a pain, but he's easy to stun lock. I think all the bosses in this game are easier to stun lock.
Cowabunga! Alley Cat Blues!
I think I made it through that whole stage without dying once. Which is a pretty good feat and will not be repeated, probably, for the rest of the game. First stages are usually the ones that ease you into the game, and then they crank up the difficulty from there on.
Pizza time!
Yeah, the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles beat 'em ups were, up to this point, which there was only the two NES games in the arcade game, and one of the NES games being a port of the arcade game. This one's by far the best. I said at some point that I haven't played the Hyperstone Heist for the Genesis yet. That will be after Turtles in Time for the SNES. So that'll be my first time playing that one. That'll be interesting. So I don't know if that's better than Turtles in Time. I've never really heard it in the conversation of like the Turtles games, but that could just be because it was on the Genesis. I don't know. Genesis was popular, but I think like people think of like the first two arcade games and their home ports when they think about Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle beat 'em ups in this era. But who knows? Hyperstone Heist might be really good. You know, like one of those hidden gem type things. And then after, you know, when I'm done with all the classic games, well, I'll be playing Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Shredder's Revenge. I think I forgot to mention that at the end of the video last time. Yeah, it's the classic games, you know, and then Shredder's Revenge. So, yeah, 4 more games left, including this one. And this guy's a pain in the ass. I wonder, you know, I've not really heard much talk about Shredder's Revenge, but I think people just usually... Well, I've not really been around Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles fan communities, ever really. So I don't know why I'm going on about, you know, what people say about, like, Turtles games, I don't know.
My toes! My toes!
I guess what I'm trying to say is, you know, I hope that Shredder's Revenge is like... Well, I think I've heard that it was kind of a love letter, callback, whatever, to the classic Turtles arcade styles. Come on. Oh, there we go, saying that same line again. Said it too much in the first 3 videos, I swear. The first 3 games. Oh, all those gates are getting me. Struggling too much with those gates. I wish the Foot Clan soldiers were affected by those spiky mines. I'll throw in some more credits just in case. Hey, I finally got through one.
Pizza time!
Supposedly these xenomorph-looking things are supposed to be pizza monsters. I don't know if the pizza monsters are from the cartoon or not. don't remember them. I mean, they're obviously patterned after the creatures from Aliens.
My patience is wearing thin. I'm banishing you to a time warp from which you will never return.
Shredder's getting big mad, so he sends us into the past. Where he's already apparently sent a bunch of the Foot Clan soldiers, ambush the turtles. Ah, these enemies. This way.
Pizza power!
I guess another good thing about this game is you can sometimes keep scrolling the screen and like completely avoid and despawn certain groups of enemies. Some of them at least. I wish more beat 'em ups let you just be like, I don't feel like dealing with enemies right now, and
Forgot the sun cream.
just like scroll the screen off of them. You're like, screw you guys, I'm going home.
Pizza time. Man, I just had a shower.
Yeah,
Man, I just had a shower.
oh yeah, and gripe number one of this game, all the
I just had a shower.
one-liner quips.
Man, I just had a shower.
Yeah, you're gonna hear that a lot during this battle. Probably. Because it's the only line Mikey says in response to getting hit with that attack. So flame one-liners kind of get annoying to you after a while.
Just had a shower.
Well, tough luck. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Turtles in Time is not for you. I didn't think that guy was the boss. I must be thinking about the SNES version.
Skull and crossbones.
Yeah, he must have been replaced in the console version.
Forgot the sun cream. Duh, my nose.
Yeah. If you step on the sort of like diagonal bits there, you set off a plank trap. Typical cartoon pratfall type deal. And Mikey complains about his nose being hurt. There we go. That.
My toes.
Well, that helped a bunch, but then Mikey went in, or I rather, put Mikey on top of one of those plank traps. Which again is another.
My toes.
Again, is another trap that I kind of wish the Foot Clan soldiers could activate. Or, well, any of the enemies for that matter.
Pizza time.
And these guys. Now, because the SNES version has health bars, you can actually see these guys' names. As I think I said in the Manhattan Project that I don't remember their names. Dude, stop. Oh, I kinda got them cornered a little bit. Wasn't able to keep it up though. Darn it. Yeah, when you defeat them, they shrink back into their normal animal forms. Big wolf guy transforms back into a puppy. It's kind of cute.
Bury my shell at Wounded Knee. Let's kick shell.
Add in more credits, because why not? Gonna need them. Need them right here even. I don't know. Yeah, compared to the first stage, like, these last few stages have been pretty rough. The game has eases you in on the first stage and then it just lets up off the brake pedal immediately and just the kids' gloves come off like very quickly. Oops. Backed in the wrong direction.
Pizza time.
These Foot Clan soldiers are not doing a good job at pretending to be mannequins.
Ooh, I feel seasick.
Oh, I got hit. Let myself get hit by that. This one's sick sounding horse, by the way. That's not a healthy horse sound. I don't know if it's because of the digital clip, like the digital voice clip, sound clip, whatever, or if they just never heard what a horse sounds like. Could just be the Foley artist has never heard a horse. And this is Leatherface. I remember his name, well, more because I played a little bit of the SNES version of this recently. So kind of get myself prepared for doing the videos. Yeah, he loves to shank you. Pulls out that knife and just stabs you close range. Almost has like a Peter Griffin death pose. Not quite, but... There's a very cartoony death pose there.
Neon Night Riders.
Yeah, this takes place in the far-off year of 2020. Remember when 2020 looked like this? Hoverboards, neon cities, roads in the sky. That was a good time. Must have missed it all by staying inside while the pandemic raged, huh? And between this and Street Fighter 2010, they really did have really overly optimistic opinions on how fast technology would advance. He's not dead yet. Darn. Let me do my special attack. Okay, and now Krang time?
Pizza time.
Yep, here comes Krang.
Face the wrath of Super Krang.
Super Krang. Yeah, he calls himself Super Krang, but it's much smaller than the Mech, or even the Krang, really, that we saw in the opening sequence, the opening cutscene, of stealing the Statue of Liberty. I mean, the Krang's mech was the size of the statue, and Krang the Brain was proportional, or remained proportional to how he is to the mech. So I don't know how many times the size it would be, like 50 times, 10 times, 50 times the size. I don't know how big it would be. I'm not good with length measurements and visualizing them. Or even in the New York stage, come to think of it, because yeah, he was so big that, you know, he could peer over the top of the bridge and just shoot you with laser eyes. You know, the head by itself was as bigger than the turtles. So if this tiny mech, you know, it's barely, well, I guess it's twice the size of a turtle, but, or the Ninja Turtle, rather. If this is Super Krang, then what the heck was the one that took the Statue of Liberty? Ultra Krang? Super Duper Krang? Why aren't we fighting that version?
You're going to pay. Cowabunga!
I swear one of these beat-em-ups had you fight Krang when he was... Maybe I'm just getting the Krang mixed up with...
Where no turtle has gone before.
Getting Krang mixed up, and the brain pod mixed up with one of the Wily capsules from Mega Man for some reason. Yeah, that's kind of how I remember one of the Krang fights, is being like a Wily capsule fight, but I've not encountered that.
I'm trapped.
Maybe it's in the SNES version and I just didn't get that far in my practice run. I don't know.
Pizza power.
Hey, if I can take out one of those rock guys with that move, I'm happy. These rock guys are a pain. I think I'm coming up towards the end.
Now I'm too cool. Pizza time. Now I'm too cool.
I'm trying to hurry, Splinter. And this finally stage hazard that affects the enemies. Finally, good to see one of those.
Pizza power.
Finally, the lights stopped acting weird. Okay, what's that? Oh, one of these things. Two of these things. More of the rock guys, more of the disc guys.
You shellheads are
Oh,
dead.
there it is. Yeah. Well, I think, well, actually, yeah, I think I did encounter this during test runs for this game. But I keep wanting to say that there was a smaller Krang capsule. Yeah, this is gonna give me trouble.
Anyone got a pin? I'm trapped.
These robot things, and then Krang running around, putting me in bubbles. It's hard to get close to him. Erratic movements, and just... These little robot guys he's sending out go down in one hit, but they're really annoying to deal with. As long as Krang stays near the ground, I can deal with him a lot easier. It's when he goes up into the air that he becomes a real pain. And turtles almost never shut up. Thank you for proving my point, Mikey. The only time they shut up is when they're on cooldown from their last quip.
Anyone got a pin?
Which thankfully the developers actually put in a cooldown for the voice lines. Some games wouldn't have the common courtesy of doing that. Oh wow, that hit him.
That hole's our way home. Let's go.
And off to the Technodrome.
Technodrome, the final shell shock.
My favorite.
Is where Shredder reveals himself to be a Sith Lord, because, you know, he's got the cape, he's got the lightsaber, he's got the Force powers, because he's floating in the air and all that. He's also fairly easy from the scene, from the looks of it, to just get into the corner and stun lock, kind of. Yeah, just get him in against the side of the screen and just bash the crap out of him. He knocked me back quite a ways there. I think he might have been preparing the regression zap thingy. Yeah, I was able to do that in...
The Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, our 4 reptilian heroes, have overcome the Arc villain Shredder.
Oh yeah, that's the ending sequence. So yeah, it was Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 2, the arcade game, I think. where Shredder had that zappy thing that turns you into a baby turtle, and yeah, he has that again in this game, but I stopped him from using it, I think. So yeah, that's Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Turtles in Time, the arcade game. Next will be the SNES version. That might take 2 videos, and then Hyperstone Heist and Shredder's Revenge. So, as usual, if you like this video, there is a Ko-fi link in the description, and I'll see you guys next time.